2 weeks into my first ever tech job, I got an email from the CEO of the company with a subject line you never want to see. It said team emergency. And I'm thinking, this is not good. I'm new to this role. I'm in a new country. I'm on a work visa. And I'm just trying to figure out where to get a copy of the org chart. And now this. And what he lets me know that he's let go of the head of the marketing department and he wants to meet tomorrow about the future direction of that company. And in this video, I want to share that journey of how I became a manager of that team and the journey it took me on and what I learned. So if you're managing people today or going to be in the future, hopefully there's some nuggets of wisdom that will help you avoid the scar tissue that I got from this experience. So to paint the picture, we meet the next morning and he asked me, do you know how to be a manager? And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I know how to be a manager. I've helped people that have started after me. I've shown people the left and right of the company. I've helped them with a few keyboard shortcuts. And he says, great, well, you're going to be the leader of that team until we find someone new. And I'm thinking, great, this is my one big shot to be a great manager. So I got there, and in the next few weeks, I try to be a manager, but man, I'm not good at it. I don't know how to do it. I'm not structured in my goal setting. Don't know how to run effective one-on-ones. I don't know how to tie people's goals to the actual work and vision of the company. It was not pretty, but I didn't know it. I thought I was good, but I clearly wasn't. And this came to a head probably about 3 to 4 weeks after that date when I was listening to a podcast with the CEO of Zapier, a guy named Wade. At least I think he's still the CEO. And he shared how his journey to become a better manager was pivotal in finding this manager tools called The Effective Manager by Mark Horstman. And the stuff's all online. You can go and read it. But I've always been up for self-development and self-improvement. So I was like, sure, I'll go check that out. And reading this stuff was like my reality just crashing down of what it meant to be a good manager. Because it wasn't to keep people happy as I thought. There's actually 2 really clear goals of a manager, which is to get results, hit the numbers, and 2 is to retain and grow your people. And there's countless other great insights and tools from this manager framework. But over the next few weeks, I became highly aware of just how bad I was. It was like the crash from having a little bit of confidence and very little knowledge to actually realizing that I knew very little about being a good manager. But I had the fortunate time of actually being in that position, having the opportunity to do the reps and sets each day. I carry around these little pocket books of these lessons I've learned and how I was applying them. And I made mistakes, but I also got some things right. And over the coming months, as I had the opportunity to improve that craft and that muscle, I was able to work it every day and get better and better at it. So much so that eventually people were coming to me around advice for management or people operations or onboarding, all that sort of stuff. And my actual company I left, that tech company actually was in people operations and onboarding, but that's a story for another day. But throughout this whole journey, what it taught me was this classic Dunning-Kruger effect, where when you know a little bit about something and you think that you know a lot about it, but as you learn more, you go crashing down into this valley of despair. And that's where I was when I learned just what it meant to be a real manager. And I had the time to integrate the reps and sets actually doing it until it became second nature with me. And most learning circles go like that. But the biggest lesson that I've taken from this is now whenever I'm promoting people, helping people grow in a company, the question is not, do you know how to manage people? It's, do you know how to be an effective manager? Because they're very different. And hopefully by asking that question of what it takes to be an effective manager, they can avoid that hard landing that I got when I first became manager. If you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments below. I'll see you on the next one.